All right, what's popping? What's popping? What's popping? you know, among the recent events that took place in these social media streets, including the death of several black male social media personalities who had a certain level of fame on YouTube, you know, one thing that we're not talking about is the low life expectancy of so-called black males in America. You know, people want to in light of a recent content creator who passed away at the young age of 38, people want to give their opinions about what they think about this individual. I mean, I even gave my opinions about what I thought about this individual while he was alive. But at the end of the day, we put so much emphasis on that. Whether some people speak about how much they like this individual, or how much some others will make videos about how much they didn't like that individual. Others will make videos about how they believe that this individual was a good person with good intent. Others made videos talking about how when this person was alive, this person was not a good person, that did not have good intent. But we put so much emphasis on that, but yet we're not putting emphasis on something like the bigger picture. Because when it comes to a lot of these so-called black males passing away, we're not looking at the fact that black male life expectancy is the lowest upon all other racial groups in America. All right, that's the bigger picture that we should be talking about. And a lot of times when I make these videos, I've made videos talking about the death of certain content creators and what have you, and I always put a lot of emphasis about how so-called black males need to put more focus on their health. I mean, with life expectancy lowest among black males, are we as so-called black males in a position to say that quote unquote winter is coming for other groups of people? Because that was the most one of the most popular phrases in nigga YouTube in 2021. How you got a whole bunch of so-called black males in this part of YouTube who were sitting there saying the words winter is coming to so-called black females, especially when it came to the rumor that the website OnlyFans was going to supposedly remove their adult content from their website. There you have black males start laughing, so about winter's coming for you black females, assuming that black females as a whole, have an OnlyFans account, which is so fucking stupid to me. But the thing is, I don't know how Simple the P died. I really don't know. I don't know. But going back to what I was saying, right? With that dumbass shit. So therefore, once again, it leads me to ask this question. With life expectancy lowest amongst black males, among all other groups of people in America, are so-called black males in a position to tell other demographics of people that quote unquote winter is coming? Because when I see what's going on among so-called black males, right? So-called black males, post-pandemic is 22 and a half times more likely to die of gun-related homicides than any other demographics of people in America. Black males, once again, have the shortest life expectancy in America amongst all other demographics of people in America, right? So are we in a position to say winter is coming to other groups of people? Because, like I said, what I see is that winter has came and went and came back again for black males as a collective. Now, I'm not trying to defend other groups of people when saying this. I'm not trying to put black males down or degrade black males when stating this. I'm actually saying this out of concern for the black male collective that I belong to, because I want to see improvement amongst the collective of black males in America. So instead of us sitting there putting so much focus on the opposite gender, focusing on what they're doing, who they're having sex with, what they're saying on social media, us as black males ourselves, we have bigger fishes to fry. We do. We do. It's funny that within these spaces, right, you have black males who talk about the high obesity rate of so-called black females, in which is true. The so-called black female in America, on average, have the highest obesity rate than any other demographics of people in America. But even with their high obesity rate, dumb broads go to the doctor way more than us. And as a result, these big black bitches are outliving us. Excuse my language. They're outliving us. No matter the high obesity rate of black females, at the end of the day, they're outliving us as black males. So once again, are we in a position to tell so-called black females that quote-unquote winter is coming? Hell the fuck no. And it's funny because once I made that very truthful statement, my views went down. Because a lot of you niggas can't handle the motherfucking truth. Yeah, that's true, unreasonable man. That's very true. That's very true. The vast majority of homelessness in New York City are black males. That's true. That's true. I see it. That's very true. So once again, is winter coming? Excuse me. Once again, are we in a motherfucking position to tell other groups of people that winter is coming when the reality is that winter came, went, and came back again for black males? Come on, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. And you know what's so funny is that for the past 2 years, when I've returned to YouTube, to YouTube as far as being a content creator is concerned, I've been telling so-called black males that we need to unite and organize in order to help improve the conditions of the black male collective. And I've had so much pushback from black males telling me how that's not possible. But instead, a lot of these same black males want to focus on talking about the opposite sex so many times. Listen, at the end of the day, the opposite gender black females, in society, they're in a better predicament than we are. Because they're outliving us. They're outliving us, meaning that 9 times out of 10, they're healthier than we are. Okay? You don't see as much homelessness within so-called black females as you see with black males. You don't see as much unemployment amongst so-called black females as you see within so-called black males. Once again, I'm not stating this in order to put any group of people on the pedestal, nor am I stating this in order to degrade or demean any groups of people. I'm stating this because I'm being serious that in light of these recent things that we're seeing amongst these famous black males, it should be a wake-up call, right? Knock on wood. It should be a wake-up call for black males to say, you know what? We need to do better in order to improve the conditions of the black male collective. That's all I'm saying. Right, Alonzo Hall. What's going on anyway, Alonzo Hall? Yeah, he said, Alonzo Hall said, of course, every man I've spoken to is good and doesn't need any more life insurance because they're good. Oops. Another one died and left jack shit for the future generations. Yeah, that too. That too. I mean, and can we talk about the suicide rates of black males? Don't get me wrong, the suicide rates is highest amongst Caucasian males. But over the years, it has rapidly grown amongst the so-called black male collective. Can we talk about that? That you got more and more so-called black males that are sitting there killing themselves, which is fucked up. We need to focus on improving in these areas. You know, especially in these godforsaken spaces where you have a lot of people who are miserable, all right? Who are miserable, and they spend about 8, 9 to 10 hours displaying their misery on the internet and stressing the hell out. And that stress can kill you, as I believe it killed Kevin Samuels Christ and David Carrol. I believe that. When Kevin Samuels Christ was alive, and he's sitting there going back and forth, almost every night, making live streams, arguing with people. Eventually, that stressed him the hell out to the point of the fact that he dropped dead. And that's what stress could do to you. That's one of my theories as far as what happened with Kevin Samuels Christ. I have two theories regarding Kevin Samuels Christ his death, right? One theory that I believe is that he was set the fuck up, that he was set up. And another theory is that, hey, he died from stress. Because once again, stress can do that to you. You know, I also believe that, like I said before, that stress is one factor that killed David Carrol. I believe that. And unfortunately, with a lot of so-called black males in America, due to the environment that a lot of black males came from, because a lot of so-called black males, unfortunately, came from some very harsh environments and have to overcome a whole lot of things. That puts a lot of stress on us. And not only that, just the treatment that society gives to us still in today's world, that has the possibility in bringing on a lot of stress in our lives. But we have to find a way to reduce that stress. And we're not doing that in these internet platforms or these online spaces where we're sitting there stressing out over the opposite sex. It's stupid and it's unproductive. You're talking about winter is coming. Winter already came, went, and came back again for the black male collective. Hold on for a minute. Let me show you guys something. And before I leave, let me show you guys something, right? Let me show you guys something before I leave. Because I'm not going to be here for long. Okay. The link to this study, it can be found in the video description box underneath, right? And it's from the National Vital Statistics report. Excuse me, National Vital Statistics System from the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, right? And when I'm not going to read the whole study. Let me see. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I'm not going to read the whole study. I just want to, you guys should read the study for yourselves if you have the time or if you want to. But I'm just going to show you guys this sentence, right? It says this. This report says this. This study states this. It says the decrease in life expectancy between 2019 and the first half of 2020 was highest for non-Hispanic black males whose life expectancy declined by 3 years. 71.3 to age 68. Right? So, from 2019 to June of 2020, which is between a year and a half apart, the decrease of black males, as far as the life expectancy concerned, reduced by 3 years. That means within a year and a half, you had black males who are dying 3 years younger than average. In just a year and a half. Black males have been living 3 years less than they've lived before. But yet we're sitting here talking about how winter is coming for so-called black females, when the decrease in life expectancy is occurring amongst the black male collective. That means as time passed by, black males are dying faster and faster because we're dying younger and younger and younger. Just in 2019, the average lifespan of black males was 71 years of age. And then in the first half of 2020, that average life expectancy of black males dropped down to 68 years of age. Hell, and in the light of the death of some of these black male content creators, these motherfuckers didn't even live to see 60 years old. Hell, this recent content creator that passed away didn't even live to see 40 years old. He was my age when he passed away. He was the same age as me, 38. He didn't even see 40 yet. And that's fucked up. I'm not saying that whether regardless of what you think about this person who just passed away, whether you think that he was a good person while he lived or he was a terrible person while he lived, the fact of the matter is he didn't even make it to see 40 years old. And most likely, I don't know how he passed away, but when you see people like this, okay, when you see situations of people who died the way that he died, because allegedly, from what I'm hearing, this recent content creator passed away in his sleep. So whenever you hear stories of people passing away within their sleep, a lot of times it's due to health issues that this person probably had no clue about. And if I'm correct about this, that means that this person that means that this person's health was so damn bad that he didn't even make it to see 40 years old. And this is the case of a lot of so-called black males in America. Listen, there was another content creator back in who passed away in 2021. His name was King Face. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this individual. Okay, if you I don't know who's individual with excuse me, I don't know who's familiar with a content creator called Queen's Flip. He's a very famous content creator. His name is Queen's Flip, black male content creator from New York. He interviews a lot of rappers and a lot of OG gang members and what have you, and he's very famous on YouTube. And there was a content creator or a very popular social media personality who would appear in his shows from time to time. His name was called King Face. And he passed away, I think, in 2021. And he was only 39 years old when he passed away. And allegedly, I'm saying allegedly, he passed away from having full-blown AIDS. And that's allegedly. Because why? Because before he passed, he was hot. It was said that he was hospitalized, right? And while he was hospitalized, some female came out on the internet and alleged that this person King Face, or alleged that she contracted HIV from King Face. And shortly after, King Face passed away. And he was only 39 years old. You have a lot of so-called black. So basically, what I'm trying to say here is that there's a lot of so-called black males who are dying younger than ever due to health complications that they most likely don't know about or didn't know about when they was alive until it was too late. But yet we're out here in these YouTube streets stating that winter is coming for so-called black females when the black male as a collective is facing one of the coldest winters because everyone is outliving us. So who will we tell other people that winter is coming? As of right now, I don't think that so-called black males within the United States of America is in a moral position to even tell any other demographic of people that shit. Because we're facing, like I said before, the coldest motherfucking winter. Okay, so Alonzo Hall, he posted the link to the death of King Face. He posted a link to an article about the death of King Face. Yeah, he passed away, didn't have life insurance, and his family, I think his wife, set up a GoFundMe account for they could have enough money to bury him. Well, that's the winter time. That's the one. That's the winter that I'm talking about. Third ward, early deaths and early graves. That there's no winter colder than an early grave. And this is something that black males are not covering enough of. Well, we're not doing enough to cover this situation, which is very much real. The low life expectancy of the black male collective. Now, granted, I bet some black male hating bitch is going to watch this video and use this information and try to use it against black males to try to demean black males. But understand this. Once again, that is not the point of this motherfucking video. I am not utilizing this information to demean or degrade anybody. I'm using this information or presenting this information as a wake-up call to the black male collective. It's like we seeing black males passing away. Not only black male content creators, we seeing famous rappers that we grew up listening to passing away before they hit the age of 60 years old. And even people that we know personally, family members, friends, passing away in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. But yet we're not doing a good enough job in actually speaking about situations concerning black male health. And for the most part, black males were dying due to health issues. Well, I'll say black males over a certain age. Because black males, for the most part, who are younger than the age of 45, the number one cause of death of black males of that age group is homicides. Meanwhile, the number one cause of death of so-called black males over the age of 45 is basically diseases such as heart disease. But we're within, black males within these spaces, we're not covering these things enough. But yet at the same time, every time we turn around, we see another black male dropping dead. Niggas is focused on the wrong shit. I'm telling you, too many of you motherfuckers are so focused on the wrong shit. That's true, Alonzo Hall. Alonzo Hall said, but yet he was talking about this generational wealth BS, but needed a GoFundMe. One generation is 20 years, so a guy who makes 50 K a year needs 1 million to leave a generation of wealth, aka 1 million equals 50K a year for 20 years. That's true. I think Alonzo Hall made this statement in reference to King Face, which was the person that I just spoke about who passed away in 2021. I mean, do you know why topics like these are rarely being covered on this side of YouTube? And this reason shouldn't be hard to figure out. It's because a lot of these content creators within the so-called black manosphere don't give a flying fuck about black males. They don't. They don't give a flying fuck about your ass. A lot, and that shouldn't be a surprise by now. By now, it shouldn't be a surprise. You know, okay, when it comes to this famous content creator that passed away, the really the main reason why I believe a lot of people are making videos in light of this person's death is to get views. That is it. Because if this motherfucker was not popular on YouTube, you wouldn't see so many people make videos talking about, oh man, I'm gonna miss this guy. Oh man, I love this guy. This guy was a cool person, blah, blah, blah. You wouldn't see that shit. The majority of content creators within the godforsaken space don't give a fuck about black males. Because if they did, they would cover or actually give more coverage to things like the the low life expectancy of black males, and what can we do to actually increase the lifespan of the black male collective. Focus on health, focus on proper dieting, focus more on exercise and the importance of exercising and the effects that working out and exercising would do to your body, especially strengthening your vital organs in your body. Shit like that. If these black male content creators gave a fuck about the black male collective, they will put more focus on how to relieve stress and how to avoid stressful situations in order for so you can potentially live longer. Because I've said this before and I'm going to keep saying this again. Stress is one of the factors that's having black males dropping dead at a younger and younger age. Okay, so I want to highlight this comment about Third World Colombian. He said, they said rapper Coolio died and didn't have any life insurance, and he only had $300,000 to his name, and he got 7 kids. That has to split up that money. That ain't a lot of money between 7 people. Exactly. 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 Speaking of one of the famous rappers who passed away this year that we grew up listening to, well, people within my age group or older grew up listening to, Coolio, passed away of health issues. I forgot exactly how he passed away. I think he passed away due to heart disease or cardiac disease, something like that. I think I forgot how he passed away, but he's another example. And how old was Coolio? Did Coolio live to even make 60 years old? Let me see. Let me see. What up, MOT? What's going on? Let me see. How old was this person? Oh, Coolio was 59 when he died. He was 59. He was almost 50. He was close to 50. Yeah, okay. I was right about, well, according to Wikipedia, it says on September 28th, 2022, while at a friend's house in Los Angeles, California, Coolio was discovered unresponsive on the bathroom floor. He was pronounced dead by first responders. He was 59 years old at the time of his death. Police have opened an investigation into his death, though foul play is not suspected, and Coolio's manager stated he appeared to have suffered cardiac arrest. So, according to Coolio's manager, he quote unquote appeared to have suffered from cardiac arrest. Hey, that's Unreasonable Man said, boom, the beginning of RP is awareness. Yet, end result is acceptance. A lot of these so-called content creators have their audience stuck in RP purgatory. What is RP, by the way? What does RP stand for, by the way? Unreasonable Man. You said we got to do better, fellas. Let's encourage one another to stay on top of our lives. Oh, red pill. Oh, okay, red pill. Oh, okay, red pill. Okay, okay. Yeah. But this is the thing, right? And I was arguing this on another panel. You guys know, well, you guys should know by now how I define the red pill. Because the majority of people, the majority of males on social media don't even know what the red pill is. They don't even know what the red pill is. They think red pill is based on speaking about females and dating. No, red pill is just a figure of speech or a metaphor that represents awareness. That's all it means. To be aware of the society around you, to be able to see the bigger picture, to be able to be able to see through the veils that society have placed on top of you. G Dizzle, you crazy for that? this month, this this dude G Dizzle said biracial light skinned dudes have the longest, lived the longest. This this dude right here, boy. Yeah, but the red pill is a metaphor that represents the ability to see through the veils that society have put on front of you to cover up the lies. And the red pill is to be able to see through these veils and see the lies that society has placed in front of you. That's all it means. All it means is a higher sense of consciousness. That's all it means, and it's about having a higher sense of consciousness about the society around you and about life around you. That's all it means, right? So when people sitting there making these videos, complaining about a bunch of broads and trying to make it seem that's red pill philosophy, red pill content, there ain't no red pill. And we should know that by now. We should know that by now. Yeah, Lonzo Hall. Yeah. I don't blame you because a lot of these niggas use red pill out of context so goddamn much. It made a lot of people think that it was all about males being upset at females. I'm telling you, boy, niggas in this space are so damn dumb. They're always quick to take things out of context. Now, of course, I'm not talking about you, Alonzo Hall. I'm talking about the idiots who took red pill and other things out of context. And I always have to repeat myself when it comes to what red pill really means. If you want to know what it means, just watch the film The Matrix, because that's where the metaphors red pill and blue pill came from. And Lawrence Fishburne's character in that film, Morpheus, broke down what it means. So therefore, we have a clear-cut definition of what red pill and blue pill means. Therefore, we should not be sitting here taking these things out of context. But unfortunately, we live at a time now where motherfuckers is too damn dumb. People are so dumb that even though that there are sources that we could turn to in order to understand the right meaning of things, people want to ignore these sources and still take things out of context because niggas are dumb. Niggas are stupid. There's too many stupid people in this society, man. Shaka Nulu said I broke it down on my last two lives as well. Shoot, I've been breaking that down for the past 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Too many dumbass niggas. And then you have this concept within a lot of so-called black males who state that females cannot be red pill, or females are not in the position to dictate what is red pill and what is not. When the original creator of the red pill metaphor came from a black woman, because the original writer of the film The Matrix was a black woman by the name of Sophia Stewart, a genius. How ironic. How ironic that you have males that try to take a metaphor and use that metaphor to justify talking shit about the opposite sex, when that metaphor came from the same gender that created that metaphor. that no, when that same metaphor came from the gender that they're talking shit about. I don't know, it's very ironic, man. Yeah, yeah, I know, Shaka. I know. But this is the thing though. Niggas can't handle me. Niggas can't handle my content because they're too stupid. You know, my shit don't revolve around complaining about the opposite sex. Even though, don't get me wrong, even though every now and again I would make content giving criticism to the opposite sex, but you're not going to see me invest the majority of my time and my content on the opposite gender. I'm not doing that. You know, Niggas is too damn dumb to fuck with me. Because I don't spend the majority of my content grifting and complaining and doing some SBE shit. There you go, unreasonable man. Exactly. My content forces these dumbass niggas to take a look at the mirror and look at themselves. And one thing I realize about a lot of people is that a lot of people fear. They fear that. They fear looking in the mirror and taking an objective look at themselves because they fear of how much they'll realize that they're a bunch of pieces of fucking shit. This is why a lot of niggas avoid my content. Hell no, we're not popular. Even though I'm not looking for popularity, my intent to come on here was never to look for popularity. But hell no, I'm not popular. Or we're not popular. But you know what? You have to realize in this society, as backwards as this society is, the most honest people are usually the ones who's the least popular. The realest motherfuckers are usually the ones with the least level of popularity. That's just the way it is. Because the majority of people in this society do not like honest people. They don't like people that keeps it real because they cannot handle the honesty. Because honest people, like Unreasonable Man says, will force a lot of people in society to take a look at themselves. And a lot of people fear that. Right. Right. Not asking for money and not wanting to be popular. I don't sell the 120 lessons. Right. Right. Niggas ain't shit, and I let them know that shit. That's why, you know, people avoid my content. But it's all good though, because my content is not made to be consumed by everybody. You have to be a real special individual to consume my content. You have to be of a high level of intellect and of a strong mind to be able to consume my content. If you don't have these two, you can't fuck with me. You can't fuck with me. And I'm like this in real life. See, the thing is, the difference between me and a lot of other niggas in this chitlin circuit is that this is the real me. I'm not acting. This is not an act. How I am on here is how I am in real life. As a matter of fact, I don't know how to act. I don't know how to turn on my computer, log into YouTube, and put on an act. I don't know how to do that. I can only know how to be myself. Right, exactly, Shaka. Each one teach one, 901. The one I have is in the chat is listening. Exactly. And that's all that matters. As long as as long as at least one person is listening to you, you're doing your job. Exactly, man of tomorrow. These dudes didn't want help, they wanted acceptance without change. Yeah, that's what they wanted. They wanted acceptance without change. Yeah. And what they really wanted was acceptance from who they considered to be the 304. They wanted acceptance from the 304. They wanted a group of females who are not even relationship or marriage material to accept they punk asses just as much as they accept Pookie. That's what they wanted. That's what they want. With they lame asses. But anyhow, I'm about to go because I got some things to do. Anyhow, like the title of my video goes, life expectancy lowest among black males. Winter is coming for who again? I don't think that so-called black males are in any moral position to state that winter is quote unquote coming for the so-called black female, when on average so-called black females are outliving us. So if winter is coming for a group of people who on average are living longer than us, what does that say about us? So that's something to think about. That's some food for thought for you motherfuckers, man. All right, I'm out.